We're a couple of minutes away from game 2 of this Saturday afternoon doubleheader between Trinity Baptist College and the Screaming Eagles from Tocca Falls College. Good news in game 1 for Trinity Baptist fans as TBC took game 1 7-1. 4 RBIs from first baseman Jeremy Rivera. He had a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 5th and a 2-run single in the 6th. Michael Kohick went the distance all 7 innings, 1 earned run on 6 hits and 1 walk. As we get ready for game 2 in just a few minutes, let's go ahead and give you the batting orders for both Trinity Baptist College and Tocca Falls. First, our visitors. Leading off in center field, number 10, Eric Lusk. Batting second in right field, number 17, Josh Slate. He was a starter in game 1. He's in right field as we start game 2. First baseman Luke Allen will bat third. He wears number 11. Zach Zilliger, the cleanup man, the catcher, batting fourth, wearing number 45. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 2, Nathan Stanley. Batting sixth is the second baseman, number 13, Jace Thomas. Batting seventh at third base, number 5, Bruce Wilkinson. The DH batting eighth, Ryan Larazabo, wearing number 21. And batting ninth in left field, number 1, Brandon Tamayo. There you see the starting pitcher for Trinity Baptist College. Matt Carter, a junior from right here in Jacksonville, played his high school baseball about 1.5 miles down the road at Eagles View Academy. So he's very familiar with this field as he played against Trinity Christian Academy a number of times before starting at TBC a couple of years ago. And there you see Trinity Baptist defense taking the field. And around the outfield in left field, TJ Lanning, John Shiver in center, Gabby Pedraza in right. It's the same batting order as game 1 as well. Jacob Belina at third base, AJ Alexo at short, Sean Moose, second baseman, Jeremy Rivera at first, David Hall behind the plate. And Matt Carter on the mound. The starting pitcher for Tocca Falls will be junior Justin Skinner out of Knoxville, Georgia. So Matt Carter finishing up his warm-up tosses as we get ready for game number 2 through live stream here on TBCEagles.com. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau working the camera. If you missed game 1, you can still catch that on the live stream feed. And we will transfer it over to our YouTube page, TBC Eagles, either tonight or sometime over the remainder of the weekend. So it'll remain permanent up there, as we will do with game 2 as well. Center fielder Eric Lusk makes his way to the plate. He was 0 for 3 in game 1. And he's starting things off here in number 2. World Baseball Classic. Columbia leading Canada 3-1. That game in the bottom of the 8th as Canada is batting. First pitch here misses for ball 1. And the pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. And Matt Carter doesn't waste any time on the mound. He's one of those guys that'll get the ball, throw the ball. So batters have to stay on their toes. They're facing Carter. And of course, just as I say that, he steps off. And the 1-1, a breaking ball inside, ball 2. So 2 balls and a strike on Lusk, and a pop foul on a plate evens up the count, 2-2. 7-1 in favor of Trinity in game number 1. They got runs in the 3rd and the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 3 in the 6th. This one misses outside, and Tocca Falls got their run in the top half of the 6th inning of game 1. And the pitch, high pop foul over near the dugout and well out of play. So Lusk making Carter work hard to start the ball game. Full count on the leadoff hitter. Carter with the windup, the payoff pitch, ground ball towards short. Alexo fields the hop, throw to first, Very close play, but the out is recorded. Alexo, good strong throw. Lust got down the line in a hurry. Excellent hustle by the senior from Marietta, Georgia, making it a very close play, and came within less than half a step of beating that out for a hit. Right fielder Josh Slate at the plate. Did not bat in game one. He was the pitcher. Had a designated hitter for him, but he's in the field here in game number 2, and he takes the first pitch up high for ball 1. And a strike called on the outside corner. So a ball and a strike. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back. Two balls and a strike. Carter delivers on the outside corner, 2-2. Slate, a junior from Tocca, Georgia, playing for his hometown college. And a pitch, breaking ball on the outside corner. Out number 2. First one for Matt Carter, and he gets the first 2 men he faces. First baseman Luke Allen now up for Tocca, 1 for 3 in game number 1. Carter with a quick delivery and misses outside. Top of the 9th now, 4-1. Columbia leads Team Canada. And the pitch, high fly ball, shallow center field. Shiver coming in, Moose going out, and it will be second baseman Sean Moose to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Screaming Eagles in the top of the first. Half inning has gone by in game 2, no score. Very quick top of the first. Matt Carter got the Toccoa Falls hitters out in order. Jacob Bellino will lead things off for Trinity. He's a third baseman. John Shiver in center field bats second. TJ Lanning in left will hit third. Jeremy Rivera at first base is a cleanup man. Richard Ruth, the DH, he will bat fifth. AJ Alexo playing shortstop, batting sixth. Gabby Pedraza in right field. He will hit seventh. Batting eighth is the second baseman Sean Moose. And batting ninth, the catcher David Hall. So both catchers in game one trying to go the distance. A long afternoon behind the plate with that gear on, crouching down, pitch after pitch. And Justin Skinner, a junior from Knoxville, Georgia, on the mound for Toccoa Falls. Jacob Bellino will step up. He had a tough time in game number one, but he ended up with a base hit and a run scored. 1 for 4 officially, 2 strikeouts. That hit and run all came in the 6th inning, and that 3-run rally that Trinity put up pretty much put game one in the books. Kohick went the distance, as we said. Catch the recaps of both these ball games on tbceagles.com. Yours truly will get that up later tonight, possibly tomorrow morning, but they'll be up there before long. We're glad you're able to join us. Thank you to everyone up in North Georgia for tuning in as well. Pretty good crowd made the long drive down to Jacksonville. Big rivals, Toccoa Falls College and Trinity Baptist College in all sports. Baseball, soccer, and basketball, as well as volleyball. These teams, these schools hook up many times throughout each school year. Jacob Bellino will lead things off, and the first pitch is a good fastball on the corner for strike one. So Bellino trying to get a rally started here And this pitch is outside. Shiver on deck, followed by T.J. Lanning. Swing and a miss. Justin Skinner bringing the heat here in the first inning. High fly ball into left field. Tamayo camps under it, one away. Brandon Tamayo, left fielder for Tocca Falls. Center fielder Eric Lusk. Josh Slate in right. Bruce Wilkinson at third. Nathan Stanley, the shortstop. Jesse Thomas at second and Luke Allen at first. Zach Zillweger behind the plate. Justin Skinner on the mound. First pitch to Shiver. Low and outside for ball one. And just like Carter in the top half, Skinner working very quickly. 1-1 on John Shiver. And the pitch downstairs. Shiver ahead 2-1. Team USA waiting to take on the Dominican Republic at 6:30 tonight. This one fouled out of play and the count is even at 2-2. Adam Jones, a walk-off hit for Team USA last night. And the pitch. Line drive down the left field line. It is in there for a hit. Shiver around first on his way to second, and he will stop there with a stand-up double. Line drive double right down the line. The ball was about a foot or so fair. And Shiver is in scoring position for T.J. Lanning. Lanning at the plate with a chance to put his team on the board here in the first inning. This one, a good curveball in there for strike one. Lanning 3 for 4, an RBI and 2 runs scored in game one. Swing and a miss. And again, Skinner bringing the heat. Good hard fastball with a lot of movement. The 1-1. Slapped foul out of play. One ball, 2 strikes on Lanning. Conclusion of that Colombia and Canada game. We'll next see Venezuela take on Italy in the World Baseball Classic. And this one is fouled off. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. One and 2 on Lanning. Shiver, the runner at second. Skinner with the pitch. A curveball lined into right field. That's going to stay up for Slate. Shiver tagging up. Here comes a throw. He will make it. Came off the bag, but got back just in time. And Coach Milliken at Tocca Falls does not like the call. Shiver in just ahead of the throw. Came off the bag, but got it back down in time. And Trinity has a runner at third with 2 men out. Jeremy Rivera stepping up to the plate. 2 for 4 in game one. Home run, a single, and 4 runs driven in. Also scored twice as well to help lead his team to victory. Curveball, a beauty. Shiver doubled, advanced to third on that fly ball from Lanning. Good relay throws. Nearly got Shiver trying to take third. Rivera in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. This one chopped foul and out of play. Canada now batting in the bottom of the ninth, trailing 4-1. In the dirt, Zellweger, a good block to keep the runner at third. After that USA-Dominican game, Puerto Rico and Mexico are scheduled to start at 9:30. High fly ball into center field. Lusk charging in, but it's going to hang up, and the wind's going to keep it close to the infield where Jesse Thomas flags it down. Trinity gets a double, leaves a runner at third. We've played one, we have no score. Top of the second, heart of the batting order coming up for Toccoa Falls. Zach Zellweger, Nathan Stanley, and Jesse Thomas. Neither team scored in the first inning. Matt Carter back on the mound for his second inning of work. He had a very quick 1-2-3 top of the first. Got a strikeout as well. Trinity got a double from Shiver in the bottom half, but no runs. Zach Zellweger steps up to the plate. He was 0 for 2. He did drive in a run with a ground ball, and he had a sac bunt as well. Zellweger facing Matt Carter here in the top of the second. First pitch, a terrific curveball for a strike. That fastball had a lot of movement and caught the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Carter well ahead of the hitter. And a pitch in the dirt, swing and a miss. Hall will pick it up, fire to first, and get the out. Strikeout number 2 for Matt Carter. 2-3 on the putout, and there's one away. Shortstop Nathan Stanley had a hit in 3 attempts in the first game. Steps up there with 1 out and the base is empty. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. Clouds covering the field now. 72 degrees with a nice gentle breeze. And this one's down in the dirt. Ball 1. These two teams will take Sunday off and come right back to the field Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. We'll have it for you right here on live stream through tbceagles.com. And the pitch, ground ball. Alexo charges in, picks it up, throws to first. It's high and not in time. Stanley aboard, hustling down the line. Infield hit for Nathan Stanley. He had to throw beaten. Alexo did all he could, charged in on the slow roller. And Stanley beat the play to first. Runner on, 1 out. Jess Thomas at the plate, takes a curveball for strike 1. Thomas walked, singled, and grounded to short in game 1. Throw to first, runner's back. Carter, another breaking ball, misses inside, throw to first. And a runner's back just in time. Great throw by David Hall. 1-1 to count on Thomas. These two teams will hook up again, in case you missed it earlier, at Tocca Falls on March 31st for 1 and April 1st for 2. Ball gets away from Hall, but no chance at an advancement from Jess Thomas. Rather Nathan Stanley. It's Thomas at the plate, ahead in the count. And a throw to first. Carter delivers, check, swing, ball's in the dirt, throw to first. And he held up in time. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Thomas. And Thomas slowing down the pitcher just a bit. Everybody's ready. Carter delivers, line drive. That's a base hit down the right field line. Runner around second, but he stops as a good throw by Pedraza. Right to the cutoff man, exactly as he should do. 2 consecutive hits for Tocca Falls. And with 1 out, Bruce Wilkinson makes his way to the plate. Wilkinson had 1 at-bat in game 1, popped up to the second baseman. Came in as a pinch runner when Landon McLean went down running the bases. Stayed in the game, finished it off at third base. Starting here in game number 2. Infield pretty much straight away. Shivers shading the hitter just a bit to the right side. First pitch misses, ball 1. Good size gap in left center field. And the pitch, slapped foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Team Israel will take the field later tonight as well. They're going to play Cuba. Israel's already won Pool A. They are 3-0 in the World Baseball Classic. Ground ball back to Carter. He'll go to second for 1. Return throw in time for the double play. 1-6-3. A.J. Alexo, the pivot man at second. And the side is retired. 2 hits, 1 man left. Bottom of the second coming up. We have no score. Bottom of the second in a scoreless tie. Team Canada has a potential tying run at the plate with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Right here, Richard Ruth, A.J. Alexo, and Gabby Pedroza are due up for Trinity Baptist College. So Team Canada trying to stay alive against Columbia, trailing 4-1. Richard Ruth, the designated hitter, will lead things off. 0 for 3, but he did reach base on a hit by pitch in game number 1. Jason Marquis will pitch for Israel tonight, trying to work his way back to the major leagues. He has pitched for several ball clubs, most notably the St. Louis Cardinals and Chicago Cubs. And here's a pitch from Skinner. Long drive down the right side. It is hooking. Foul. Home run distance, but just a little bit out in front. No balls and a strike. Richard Ruth hit the ball about as hard as anyone can, but pulled it foul. And this pitch grounded up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop, Stanley. Throw to first is in time. So Ruth, after flirting with a homer, grounds out to the shortstop. The wind might have helped push that ball foul. It wasn't foul by much. A.J. Alexo, the shortstop, now batting for Trinity. 0 for 3, but he walked and scored in game 1. First pitch fouled off the mask of Zellweger. 0-1. Home plate umpire giving Zellweger a little time to regroup. And we're ready. Skinner with the 0-1. Check swing. And he held up in time. 1 ball, 1 strike on the shortstop Alexo. Swing and a miss. Skinner now ahead 1-2. Works quickly. The curveball is pulled foul. Nice play by Lanning, reaching over the dugout fence, barehanding the ball. TJ Lanning always ready to play. And the 1-2, line drive into right field. That's going to drop down for a hit. So Alexo's aboard with the 1-out single, and it brings up the right fielder, Gabby Pedroza. And that ball game is now final. Columbia has defeated Team Canada 4-1. Alexo leads off a first. Good lead. Right fielder Pedraza. In game 1, he was 0 for 3. Got on base twice, though. Reached on an error. Reached on a strikeout wild pitch. Also stole a base earlier this afternoon. Throw to first. Alexo is back. 1 ball, no strikes to the Trinity Baptist right fielder. Skinner again working quickly. Misses upstairs, ball 2. There's a lot of spring training ball games going on this afternoon as well. Let you know what's going on in the Cactus and the Grapefruit Leagues as we get opportunities. And a throw to first. Close play. And Tocca Falls again. Questioning the call, but Alexo got his hand under. So a couple of calls already getting questioned here, and we're only in the 2nd inning. Skinner delivers on the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike to Gabby Pedraza. Braves lead the Cardinals 2-1 in the 8th, and Minnesota's all over the Red Sox 7-0 in the 6th. And the pitch. Swing and fouled straight back. Pedraza just missed putting that ball in the gap. Alexo can run. A lot of these Trinity Baptist Eagles have very good speed, so a ball in the gap, we could see Alexo round 3rd and try to score. He's off. Pitches a ball. Throw down to 2nd, and this time he's out. Terrific throw from Zach Zellweger. And there are 2 away. Zellweger not only threw it hard, but put it in the perfect spot. And the tag was applied easily by Nathan Stanley. Didn't have to do much work. The ball was right where it needed to be. Ball 4 to Pedraza. And Trinity has a runner at first with 2 out. Sean Moose, the 2nd baseman, steps up to the plate. Moose was 0 for 3 in game 1. He reached on an error, but played a terrific second base. Line drive into right field. It's going to hold up for Slate, and that'll retire the side. Moose hit the ball very hard. Slate drifted over and made the catch. 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 man left. After 2, we have no score. Very fast-paced ball game so far. We're already in the top of the 3rd. No score, each team with 2 hits, and Matt Carter battling Justin Skinner pitch for pitch. 8-9-1 due up for Tocca. Ryan Larrazabal, Brandon Tamayo, and Eric Lusk. Yankees 7, Detroit 1 in the 8th. Tigers batting in the top half. Miami leads Houston 4-2 in the 7th. Pittsburgh 4, Baltimore 2 in the 6th. And the Red Sox with split squads. Their second team leads Tampa Bay 2-0 in the 6th. More spring training scores to let you know about it. We get further opportunities. Of course, can't wait for opening day. Matt Carter now facing Ryan Larrazabal, and the first pitch. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. Carter gets it and throws it. Foul tip. Evens up the count 1-1. Both pitchers working very quickly and getting outs. That's why we've had a quick ball game so far. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 from Carter held up in time. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Larrazabal had a triple in game 1. 1 for 3 overall. Swing and a miss. And that is out number 1. Strikeout number 3 for Matt Carter. He's had 1 each inning. And the number 9 hitter, Brandon Tamayo, steps to the plate. He batted second in game 1, doubled and scored. 1 for 3. Ground ball towards Moose, ranging over and cannot get there in time. It's a base hit. Ball took a hop on Moose into right field, and that's hit number 3 for Toccoa Falls. Top of the order, Eric Lusk. Grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. Curveball just a bit outside. In case you missed it, Trinity won game 1 7-1, looking to sweep and repeat what they did to the NAIA Wolverine Hoosier Conference, Aquinas College, Tuesday. They won 4-0 and 9-1. High fly ball, shallow left center. It's Lanning coming far in and making the catch. 2 down, and it brings up the right fielder, Josh Slate. He's already made a couple of fine catches out there in right field. Took the loss on the mound in game number 1. Right now, his job's to keep the inning alive, advance the runners. Heart of the order due up next. And the pitch. This one is fouled off. Slate called out on strikes his first time up. Soft toss over to first. And a good lead from Tamayo, and the pitch upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Phillies lead Toronto 6-1 in the 6th. Throw over to first, runner back in time. Washington 6-0 over the Mets in the 7th. Just underway, the White Sox and Rangers. Those games are starting out in Arizona at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Starting tomorrow, that'll be 4 p.m. as we change the clocks tonight. Arizona, though, doesn't do that, and that's why the time difference on the schedules going from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern time. 3 balls and a strike to Slate, and the pitch is upstairs for ball 4, and Tocca has 2 men aboard. Tamayo singled, Slate walked, and with 2 outs, Luke Allen at the plate. He popped up to the second baseman Moose his first time up. Cincinnati 1-0 over San Francisco. Giants coming to bat in the bottom of the 1st. Rockies got a run in the top of the 1st, leading the Cubs 1-0. Cleveland and Kansas City scoreless in the bottom of the 1st. Breaking ball stays up high. Angels and Dodgers just underway, as are San Diego, Milwaukee. Rangers split squad leads Oakland 1-0. That ball game top of the 1st. Cincinnati and Seattle are scoreless, as are San Francisco and Arizona. Both of those games just starting off. And a pitch is up high. 2 balls, no strikes on Allen. Carter has 2 outs, just needs to get the batter. Tamayo at second, Slate at first. And the pitch is down and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Cleanup man Zellweger on deck. This one misses up and away, and that will load the bases. 2 consecutive walks for Matt Carter. And Zach Zellweger will be due up, but there's a meeting on the mound. Pitching coach Xavier German, first season with Trinity Baptist College, former Major League bullpen coach. Philadelphia Phillies, also worked a little with the Toronto Blue Jays. You can read about him on tbceagles.com. Zellweger struck out his first time up, leading off the 2nd inning. Now he's up there with a teammate on every base. Carter has allowed a hit and 2 walks this inning. From the windup with the bases loaded, and the first pitch is upstairs for ball 1. Nowhere to put him. Zellweger in the driver's seat, looking for a pitch he can hit hard. High fly ball into center field. Shiver drifting back, backpedaling near the fence, and he makes the catch just shy of the 400-foot sign. Zellweger gave it a long ride, but Shiver makes the play. 1 hit, 2 walks, 3 men left. Bottom of the 3rd coming up, no score. Bottom of the third in a scoreless ball game. Zach Zillweger making a bid for extra bases, and he was not far from hitting a grand slam. John Shiver drifted far back into straightaway center field, made the catch just a few steps shy of the warning track. It's 400 feet out there. And Zillweger, now with his gear on, he's ready behind the plate. 9, 1, and 2 due up for Trinity Baptist. David Hall, Jacob Bellina, and John Shiver. So the speed pays off not only on the bases, but in the outfield as well. Excellent run and grab by Shiver. Skinner has allowed 2 hits through the first 2 innings. He's also walked 1. So far, nobody has crossed the plate. David Hall makes his first plate appearance of game number 2. He had a hit and a walk, 1 for 2 officially in game number 1. Skinner with the pitch. Foul tip. Right off the mask of Zillweger. That's the second time in just this second ball game that's happened to him. And the pitch. Curveball outside. So Zillweger giving praise for the catcher's mask. And this one is lined into right field. It'll stay up for Slate. 1 away. Slate had him played perfectly, took just a couple of small steps, and was right there to make the play. Bellina flew out to left his first time up. First pitch from Skinner. Fastball. Great pitch at the knees. This one misses outside, so a ball and a strike. Fastball down, 2-1. Venezuela and Italy warming up, getting ready to take the field in the baseball classic. And the pitch, high drive, well hit into center field. Lusk is camped under it, however, and he puts it away. Couple of well hit balls off the Trinity bats here in the second, both resulting in outs, however. And John Shiver at the plate. Shiver doubled down a left field line in the first. Left stranded at third, and a breaking ball misses outside. A lot of bite to that one, but it just missed. And the pitch, high drive into left field. That's going to be an easy play for Tamayo. He's there, and a side retired. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Justin Skinner. Each outfielder got a turn from right around to left, and we've played 3. We have no score. We've played 3, and we have no score. Due up in the top of the 4th for Toccoa Falls, Stanley, Thomas, and Wilkinson. Hitters 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. I want to give credit to our official scorekeeper, Alexa Goodwin, Paige Hood, the statistician, Tatch Balliard, our game day coordinator, always making sure everything's ready for us. Of course, athletic director Mr. John Jones for allowing us to get on the air. And thank you, of course, to everybody viewing, because without you, there's no reason to do this. Thank you for joining us all the way from Tocca, Georgia. And a special thanks to those who made the trip down. And we're glad to have you here at Trinity Baptist College. Of course, my lovely wife in attendance as well, making sure I mention her. And her brother also made the trip over from the beach. Glad to see them both come out and enjoy this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Carter's first pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. Nathan Stanley singled his first time up, 1 for 1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Carter ahead in the count, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Carter again working quickly. This one misses outside. Both pitchers not wasting any time on the mound, especially with the bases empty. You're at the plate, you better be ready when you step in that box. The 2-2. Chopper toward Alexo, charges in, fields, throws, out at first. 1 away as A.J. Alexo has played a terrific shortstop here this afternoon in both ball games. Jesse Thomas, the second baseman. On bases, first time up. Singled his way aboard, and a swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. And you can see Carter not taking his time out there. He's ready to throw as soon as he gets it back from Hall. Ball and a strike on Thomas. Here's the pitch. 1-2. Carter delivers, and this one's foul back over our heads. Ball and 2 strikes on second baseman Thomas. Carter delivers. Fly ball. Right center field. Shiver drifting over. He's there to make the play. 2 away for the third baseman, Bruce Wilkinson. Wilkinson ended the second inning with a 1-6-3 double play. 2 outs, bases empty. Carter delivers in the dirt, ball 1. One and 0 on Wilkinson. Fastball misses upstairs, 2-0. Venezuela did not score in the first. They got a couple of hits. This one's foul down the left side. Italy now batting in the bottom of the first, no score. Again, following that game, Team USA taking on the Dominican Republic down in Miami, Marlins Park. Ground ball to Bellina, off his glove. Alexo fields his throw to first, though, is off the mark, gets by Rivera. Here's a runner on his way to second, and he will pull up there. That'll be an infield hit for Wilkinson and an error on Alexo as the ball got away from Rivera. So with 2 outs, Tocca has a runner in scoring position for the DH, Ryan Larrazabal. Struck out swinging in the 3rd. Carter from the stretch. And this one's outside. Larrazabal ahead 1-0. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back. There's a big gap in left center as Shiver is playing Larrazabal well over to the right side. Of course, with 2 outs, a base hit's most likely going to score that run anyway. Here is the pitch. In the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Lanning in left, Pedraza in right, playing straight away. Moose holding the runner at second, and this one's fouled off. Count even at 2-2. Carter slows it down this time. Now he's ready, and this one's in the dirt. Hall keeps it in front. It's a full count. And Wilkinson holds at second. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Carter with the pitch. High fly ball into center. Shiver right there to make the play. Took 2 steps back, camped under it, and the side is retired. A hit, an error, and a man left at second. We go to the bottom of the 4th. No score. Bottom of the 4th coming up. We have no score. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Screaming Eagles of Toccoa Falls. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Trinity Baptist College, who is trying to sweep this doubleheader after taking game 1 7-1. 3, 4, and 5 due up. TJ Lanning, Jeremy Rivera, and Richard Ruth. Lanning hit a hard line drive to right field in the 1st. And he's ready up there. Justin Skinner has walked 1 through his first 3 innings pitched. Hasn't struck out anyone, but as we saw in game number 1, that is not necessary to win. Michael Kohick pitched 7 innings with no strikeouts, but he allowed only 1 earned run. And the pitch on the outside corner. No balls and a strike. Slapped foul, 0-2. Lanning behind in the count. He is a battler, and the 0-2 is outside for ball 1. Jeremy Rivera waiting on deck. And the pitch. This one hits him, and Trinity will have the leadoff man aboard. It's an off-speed pitch. Lanning dropped the bat immediately, headed down to first. Rivera popped up to the second baseman, Thomas, his first time up. And Lanning, like many other Trinity Eagles, good speed on the bases. Rivera had a big game one, 4 RBIs. Skinner works from the stretch, landing a big lead. Not going, and this pitch is a strike. Lanning took a little stutter step towards second. Not going anywhere, however. And the pitch is on the outside corner. So Rivera behind in the count, 0-2. Another big lead from TJ Lanning at first. And a throw over. He was leaning the wrong way, and he is out. So Skinner picks off Lanning, and now there's one away with the bases empty. And an 0-2 count on Rivera. So after a couple of close calls went Trinity's way, this one goes to Tocca Falls. And this pitch is down in the dirt, 1-2. Good move by Justin Skinner. And the 1-2, swing and a miss. Foul tip. Or rather, ball in the dirt. And the throw to first will complete the out. So 2 away, base is empty for the DH, Richard Ruth. Rounded to short his first time up. That's the first strikeout for Justin Skinner. And there are 2 away. Strike called right down the middle. Italy got a run in the bottom of the first, 1-0. Chopper toward the hole. Fielded, Skinner over to first. Not in time. Ruth beats out the hit. Skinner was there, but Ruth just beat the play. A.J. Alexo, the shortstop, he singled his first time up, was caught trying to steal. So a runner at first, 2 outs. Third hit off of Skinner, and a pitch to Alexo in the dirt, and a good block by Zellweger. One ball and no strikes, and the pitch. Close, but outside. Ruth with a moderate lead. Skinner from the stretch. This one's outside. Alexo way ahead in the count. He's able to reach. Pedraza will come up with 2 men on. And the pitch is ball 4. And that is what happened. A walk puts Alexo at first, advances Ruth to second. Second walk by Skinner. Gabby Pedroza drew the first walk from Skinner. That came with 2 outs in the second. 2 men on, 2 out, bottom of the 4th, no score. And first pitch is a breaking ball and a beauty for strike 1. Ruth on second, Alexo at first. A lot of room to the right side of the bag, up the middle. Playing Pedraza to pull, and the pitch. Chopper right where Thomas was playing, but he can't handle the hop. Here's a runner trying to score, to throws in plenty of time, and he is out. That'll go as an error on Thomas, but he recovers and throws a runner out trying to score. Error for allowing the runners to advance and reach. And we go to the fifth. We have no score. Top of the fifth, no score. Each team with one error. Tocca 4 hits, Trinity 3. Matt Carter has walked 2 and struck out 3 through his first 4 innings of work. Skinner has walked 2 and fanned 1 through his 4 innings. 9-1-2, Brandon Tamayo, Eric Lusk, and Josh Slate. Carter on the mound, and the pitch. High pop foul, headed toward the bleachers. Look out. And thankfully everybody's all right over there. No balls and a strike. Kohick went the distance in game 1. So far, both starting pitchers are still in the ball game here in game 2. No balls, 2 strikes. A good cut by Tamayo. Just missed, hitting that one hard. Kohick with the pitch, and it's out of play. Kohick still working very quickly. Ahead 0-2, here's the pitch. Breaking ball, struck him out. Fourth strikeout for Matt Carter. And the top of the order, Eric Lusk. He's 0 for 2. Hit the ball to the left side both times, a grounder to short, and a fly ball to left. Another good breaking ball from Carter. It's 0-1. This one in the dirt, and a high bouncer, almost bounced over the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. So count even at 1-1. Center fielder Lusk. Tocca leadoff man. Here's the pitch. Good pitcher's pitch, 1-2. Carter with the 1-2. Just a bit high. It's 2-2. Close, but a little high, and that fills up the count. Good eye by Lusk. And a breaking ball misses outside. Carter not happy with that call, but it's walk number 3. And Tocca has a runner at first with 1 out. Josh Slate, the right fielder at the plate. He has struck out and walked, and a line drive on a hit and run in the left field. It's a perfect place ball. Lusk was on the go. Went right at Lanning, so Lusk will hold up, but a base hit for Josh Slate. 2 men on, 1 out. 5th hit for Tocca. No score as the Screaming Eagles bat in the top of the 5th. First baseman Luke Allen, he has popped up to second and he has walked. This one catches the outside corner for a strike. Moose holding the runner close. Leaves an open hole on the right side of the infield. Shiver also shading Allen to the right side. Dirt. Hall with a good stop. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two-two, pitch from Carter. Fly ball, well hit in the center field, but Shiver playing with the wind, it pushed it toward the right side. He's there and all runners hold. Well hit ball, but Shiver had him played perfectly. He was shaded toward the right side, and there are 2 away. Zach Zillweger, 0 for 2. 2 men on, 2 out. Lusk drew a walk. Slate singled to left. And now Coach German heading out to the mound as Carter slumped over. David Hall, the catcher, also at the mound. Here comes Alexo. Hopefully Carter's all right, and this is just a strategy discussion. Top of the 10th, Braves and Cardinals tied at 2. Minnesota 9, Red Sox nothing in the 8th. Marlins 4-2 over Houston, that game in the 9th. Pittsburgh and Baltimore tied at 5 in the 8th. Boston leads Tampa 2-0 in the 7th. Red Sox will split squads today. Philadelphia 8, Toronto 1 in the 8th. Looks like Carter's okay. Zillweger steps up, trying to drive in the game's first run. Again, Shiver pulled around toward the right side, and this one's inside for ball 1. Shiver's playing the wind that is blowing in from left, pushing a little bit towards right field. That allowed him to make the play pretty easily on Allen's drive a moment ago, and this one is a breaking ball outside. So Zillweger well ahead in the count. Carter delivers a 2-0. This one misses for ball 3. Action up in the Trinity bullpen. And a 3-0 is in there for a strike. Pitcher's mound in the bullpen is behind the dugout from our point of view, so I can't see who it is, but there is a man throwing. Line drive into the left center field gap. 1 run is in. Lusk scores. Slate will stop at third, and it's an RBI single for Zach Zillweger. Shiver got to the ball quickly and kept Slate from trying to score as he cut the ball off in the gap. Tocca leads 1-0. Nathan Stanley, the shortstop, he is 1 for 2, and now Carter slumped over again, and here comes Coach Copeland. That might be it for Matt Carter. And Carter is coming out of the ball game. He did a fine job, Dan Richard, as he always does, sprints to the mound, and he'll take over for Carter. 1 run so far, but he's responsible for 2 men on base, 6 hits. Got into trouble here in the 5th. And with 2 outs, Tocca put together a rally, and they have taken the 1-0 lead. So 4 2/3 innings for Matt Carter. Dan Richard trying to shut the door right here. Carter struck out 4, he walked 3, allowed 6 hits. 1 run, it was earned. And 2 men on base are Carter's responsibility. Dan Richard, top reliever for Trinity Baptist College, picked up a save against Aquinas on Tuesday. When we resume, Nathan Stanley will be at the plate. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd and grounded to short his last time up. Josh Slade at 3rd. Zach Zillweger at 1st. He just drove in a run with the base hit to left. 1-0 Tocca Falls, trying to even up the doubleheader and finish the day off with a split. We're back out here Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. We are streaming on tbceagles.com. These 2 teams have 3 more this season. March 31st, a single game up at Tocca Falls College, and a doubleheader on Saturday, April 1st will follow. Trinity will have about a week off before the next ball game, and that will be with Johnson University of Tennessee. That's going to be on March 20th. That's the first of a 3-game set. Single game on Monday, 2 on Tuesday. Then Edward Waters College from right here in Jacksonville comes over to the west side on the 24th and the 25th. A single game on Friday and a doubleheader on Saturday. Nathan Stanley steps in. Dan Richard ready to go to work. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Richard with runners at the corners. Checks them both back, and the pitch is up high. Richard throws hard. No question about that. One and one, the count to Stanley. And the pitch, it's fouled away. So Richard ahead in the count, 1-2. The 1-2 is in the dirt, and another good block by Hall to keep that runner at third base. Zillweger drove in the run and knocked Matt Carter out of the ball game, and Richard line drive, base hit. That's going to score a run. Slate will cross. Zillweger stops at second, and it's 2-0. RBI single for Nathan Stanley. That run charged to Matt Carter, and it's a 2-0 ball game. Good at bat by Stanley. He got behind in the count, worked the count to 2-2, and laced one well hit into right field. No doubt about it, dropping down for a hit. Tocca leads 2-0. Jess Thomas is 1 for 2, singled in the second, flew out his last time. Moose holding the runner close at second. Big opening on the right side. This one misses downstairs for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Thomas at the plate, 2 on, 2 out, 2 runs in. And the 1-0, swing and a miss, strike 1. Richard taking his time, a long look in. The 1-1. Right down the middle, strike 2. Tocca won its last 4 ball games before game 1 today. And they won by big scores. They beat Johnson University twice on March 4th, 12-0 and 8-1. 17-10 over Montreat College on March 7th. And 11-7 against Bluefield on the 8th. So Tocca putting up a lot of runs. They got 1 in game 1, 2 so far in game 2. Ground ball right over the bag, and it is foul. Rivera was there to make the play, but the ball took a hop toward the right side just before it hit the bag. So everybody will retreat. Thomas returns to the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tocca will host Truett McConnell College on March 15th at 2 p.m. Here's a pitch from Richard inside. Everyone on the field thought that was strike 3. Richard and the Eagles defenders started walking toward the dugout, but we're going to do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You want to get it done here. Don't want to go a full count. And that is strike 3 on the inside corner. Richard knew it. He sprinted off the mound. Tocca, though, puts across 2 runs. 3 hits, a walk, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tocca 2, Trinity 0. Trinity Baptist College Eagles coming to bat in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 2-0. Sean Moose, David Hall, and Jacob Bellina are due up. RBI singles from Zach Zillweger and Nathan Stanley, both of those with 2 outs, have given Tocca a 2-0 lead. Eric Lusk and Josh Slate scoring on those hits. Slate had a terrific hit and run single into left. He ended up scoring, and it's 2-0 Tocca. Sean Moose hit a hard line drive to right his first time up. This one a chopper and a fair ball down the left side. Moose around first. He's going for 2. Here comes a throw, and it's cut off, and the leadoff man is aboard at second. Right down the line. Nothing Wilkinson could do. He was nowhere near the ball. Hit number 4 for Trinity, and a potential tying run at the plate in the person of David Hall. 0 for 1, flew out to right his first time up. Good start to the inning. Let's see if Trinity can capitalize. And Skinner, long look back. Here's the pitch. This one gets away. It's a wild pitch, and that's going to allow Moose to take third. So Hall now in the driver's seat. Just needs to make some decent contact to get that run home. Nobody out. Sean Moose, the runner at third. One ball, no strikes. And that evens it up at 1-1. Top of the order on deck, Jacob Bellina. Terrific curveball, and it's 1-2. Good take by Hall. That pitch, awful lot of movement. Skinner with the 1-2, swing and a miss, struck him out. Strikeout number 2 for Justin Skinner. And it brings up Bellina. He is flying out twice, once to left, once to center. One out, runner at third. Sean Moose led off with a double, advanced on a wild pitch. Ground ball, foul down the right side. Two 2-0 Toccoa Falls leads here in the bottom of the 5th. And the 0-1 to Bellina, high fly ball, that should get the run home. Moose will tag. Here comes a throw. It is off the mark and not in time. RBI sacrifice fly for Jacob Bellina, and Trinity is on the board. Bellina did his job. There are 2 away, but the run has scored, and Trinity has cut the deficit in half. Base is empty for John Shiver, the center fielder. He is 1 for 2. Shivers also made a terrific running catch on a ball off the bat of Zellweger that saved 3 runs out in center field. It's a chopper. He has a chance to beat it out. Stanley cannot make the play. That's a base hit. It would have been a very tough play to get the speedy Shiver. So with 2 out, a runner aboard. TJ Lanning at the plate. 0 for 1. He walked his last time up. Had a couple of hits, 3 of them to be exact, an RBI, and he scored twice in game 1. Here's the pitch. Ground ball headed up the middle, but Thomas is there. He'll go the short route to retire the side. Trinity gets a run on 2 hits, 1 man left. Top of the 6th, it's 2-1 Toccoa. Temperatures have cooled off. 70 degrees, and now the wind is picking up. We're going to the top of the 6th inning. Wilkinson, Larrazabal, and Tamayo due up for Toccoa Falls. It's a 2-1 ball game. Toccoa got 2 in the top half of the 5th. Trinity came back with 1 in the bottom half. Bellina, sacrifice fly, scored Sean Moose, who led off that inning with a double. Wilkinson is 1 for 2. And this one's on the inside corner for a strike. Singled to left his last time up. Rather to the shortstop, advanced to second on an overthrow. And this is a ground ball to second. Moose fields a short hop, and that's out number one. Ryan Larrazabal at the plate, he's 0 for 2. Good pitcher's duel between Skinner and Matt Carter, who started for Trinity. Dan Richard now on the mound. He took over last inning, and this one slapped foul just outside the line. Larrazabal making a bid for extra bases. No balls and a strike. One and one. And Larrazabal steps back in. Richard working quickly. This one misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. From the stretch, this one, good fastball on the outside corner. Richard working quickly with the bases empty. Again, he throws hard. His pitches have some good movement to them. And the pitch misses outside, full count. Tocca has not gotten a leadoff man aboard in any inning. They are ahead 2-1. This one slapped foul, so we'll do the full count pitch again. Bottom of the third, Italy leads Venezuela 3-0. Daniel Descalso just drove in a run with a base hit. Larrazabal making Richard work. Full count. And the payoff pitch. High fly ball towards right field. Pedraza coming in, and he's there for out number 2. Two down for the left fielder, Brandon Tamayo. He has singled and struck out. Getting cooler by the minute here in the west side of Jacksonville. And Richard with the pitch and a swing and a miss. No balls and a strike and a high pop up. Behind the infield, TJ Lanning ranging far in and towards center to put it away. 1, 2, 3 go the Screaming Eagles in the top of the 6th. Trinity comes to bat, trailing 2-1. Justin Skinner has gone 5 innings. He's allowed 1 earned run, 5 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 2. He will face the heart of the batting order for Trinity, Rivera, Ruth, and Alexo. So Toccoa Falls leading 2-1, and the junior Justin Skinner with nobody up. Now one man heading down to the bullpen for Toccoa. So Skinner We'll see what happens here. If he has a chance, if he has a quick inning, we might see him again in the 7th. He's going to have to deal with Jeremy Rivera to start things off here in the 6th. However, Rivera 0 for 2, but had a very big first game. 4 runs driven in. Hit one into the woods behind the left field fence. Trinity won game 1, 7-1. And this pitch misses outside. Right down the middle, a ball and a strike. This one breaks a little too much and misses down. 2 balls and a strike on Rivera. Ruth Alexo Pedroza waiting in the wings, and ball 3 is in the dirt. Trinity got the leadoff man aboard in the 5th. He ended up scoring. Good swing by Rivera, but he fouls it back. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch headed towards left field. Grabbed by Stanley, but no play. Base hit all the way for Jeremy Rivera. And Trinity will send in a pinch runner. Number 18, Christian Draper, will head to first base to run for Rivera. Potential tying run out on the bases. Coach Copeland going to the speed. Richard Ruth is 1 for 2. Singled to right his last time up. Draper with a good lead off of first, and ball 1 misses down. One ball, no strikes. A line drive, well hit into the gap. However, Lusk is over to make the play. Lusk was shading toward the right side, and he runs it down for out number 1. Ruth hit the ball very hard, but there's one away. A.J. Alexo is 1 for 1. Singled and walked. Has a runner at first with 1 out. Nice defensive positioning by Eric Lusk. Made an easy play on the well-hit line drive off the bat of Ruth. Down the left field line and a fair ball. Here's Draper on his way to third, and he will hold there, and Alexo is in with a double. A.J. Alexo goes right down the third base line, and the Eagles have the potential tying run at third and go-ahead run at second. Time called. Gabby Pedraza heading to the plate. And Alexo just getting rid of some equipment off his arms. Everybody's all right. Second and third, 1 out. Tocca infield, all 4 men in on the grass trying to cut down the tying run at the plate. Pedraza just needs to make some good contact. This one in the dirt and blocked by Zilwiger. Outfield straight away, not too deep. Bottom of the 6th. Skinner in a jam. Behind 1-0, the pitch. Upstairs, ball 2. Jeremy Rivera led off with an infield single. Christian Draper, his pinch runner, advanced to third on the double by A.J. Alexo. That's where we stand here in the bottom of the 6th. Pedraza ahead 2-0. And the pitch taken outside, ball 3. There is a base open. Sean Moose waiting on deck. Three balls, no strike. Skinner from the stretch hits the outside corner. Again, all 4 Toccoa defenders on the infield, in on the grass. The 3-1 from Skinner. Ground ball, base hit in the right. Draper scores. Alexo being waved around. A play at the plate. He is safe, and the Eagles take the lead. Gabby Pedraza drives it through the drawn-in infield and brings home the tying and go-ahead runs. 3-2 Trinity leads as Sean Moose steps to the plate. Matt Carter now off the hook. And Moose doubled and scored his last time up. He is 1 for 2. Pedraza got the job done and more. Good lead off first base. Trinity leads 3-2. This one is in there for a strike. Nobody throwing in the Trinity bullpen, so it's going to be Dan Richards' ball game in the top of the 7th. And the pitch. Chopper towards third. Ball bobbled, picked up, throw across in time. Wilkinson recovered to get the out. However, Pedraza advances to second on the play. So the bobbled ball got an out, but took away the possibility of getting the lead runner. 2 outs for the catcher, David Hall, who is 0 for 2. Two runs in, 3 hits in the inning, and the pitch. High pop foul over near the dugout and out of play. Gabby Pedraza, 2-run single in the right. Put Trinity Baptist ahead 3-2. So Trinity now in a good position to complete the sweep. Looking to add some insurance here with 2 outs. And Pedraza at second base. And the pitch from Skinner. Breaking ball stays up and in. And we'll be back out here Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Live stream on tbceagles.com. 1-1. And the pitch. Chopper towards third. Nice play by Wilkinson. He'll throw across to retire the side. However, Trinity Baptist gets 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 man left. 3 outs left to get for Dan Richard as he comes out for the 7th. Trinity leads 3-2. Dan Richard on the mound. He is now the pitcher of record as Trinity got 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Richard in relief of Matt Carter. Needs to get 3 outs to pick up the victory, but he'll have to deal with the top of the order. Eric Lusk, Josh Slate, Luke Allen due up for Toccoa Falls. Gabby Pedraza, 2-run single, brought home Kristen Draper and A.J. Alexo. Draper was a pinch runner for Jeremy Rivera. He and Alexo both scored on that hit, and Rivera has re-entered at first base. So Coach Copeland going to the speed with that tying run aboard. Rivera reached on an infield single to lead off the inning. He has re-entered, which is allowed in NCCAA baseball and NAIA baseball as well. You'll see when the Eagles play NAIA teams, the re-entry rule is in effect. However, when they do play NCAA teams, that is not allowed at that time. But right now, Rivera's back in the ball game, and Dan Richard needs 3 outs. Leadoff man, Eric Lusk. He walked and scored in the 5th. He is 0 for 2 officially. Oh for 3 in game 1. Leading off here in the top of the 7th. Trinity trying to complete the sweep. Lusk squares around the bunt, and this one is way up and in for ball 1. Josh Slade on deck, Luke Allen in the hole, and if anyone gets on, Zach Zillweger. And the pitch is inside for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, and this one also up and in. Richard trying to pound the inside corner. He's missed 3 straight times. Tocca needs a base runner. And the pitch. There's a strike. Head coach Jeff Milliken, former TBC assistant coach for Coach John Copeland, in his first year at the helm for Toccoa Falls. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So it's good to see Jeff make a return trip to Trinity Baptist College. We'll see him again Monday afternoon, and TBC will visit Toccoa at the end of March. And the pitch. Chopper headed toward the hole and into center field for a base hit. Good at bat by Lusk. Got ahead in the count. And with a full count, he singles his way aboard. He represents the potential tying run as Josh Slate steps to the plate. Slate 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the 5th. Lusk, good speed at first. Alexo with the left-handed hitter pulled over towards second. Slate tries to bunt, pops it up. This one lands fair, or rather foul. It bounced fair, but Hall grabbed it as it crossed the line in the air. So a foul ball, strike 1 on Josh Slate. Hall was ready to make the throw to first, but the foul ball called, and it's 0-1 on Slate. Squares around the bunt, gets it down. Richard looks to second, throws to first. In time for the out, but a sacrifice bunt moves the tying run into scoring position in the person of Eric Lusk. 1 away for the first baseman, Luke Allen. Tying run aboard at second. 1 out. Allen is 0 for 2, but he has drawn a walk. Richard with the pitch. Line drive, foul down the left side. Didn't miss by much. That would have certainly scored the run and tied up the ball game. Landing is well off the line in left. Clearly foul, but not by much. The 0-1 from Richard. Breaking ball, misses inside. Four 4-0 now, Italy over Venezuela. Bottom of the 4th. Team USA taking on the Dominican Republic Two rosters full of major league talent. That game at 6:30 p.m. tonight. Here's a pitch from Richard, outside and low. 2-1. Zach Zillweger, the cleanup man, on deck. He already has driven home a run. Richard with the 2-1. Ground ball, base hit in the left. Lanning will pick it up, and a throw to the plate. And Lusk stops at third. Lanning made a good charge in and a perfect throw home. Runners at the corners. One man out. Zillweger steps up. And now Coach German heading out to the mound. He'll discuss things with his pitcher and his defense. Leadoff single from Eric Lusk. Advanced to second on a sac bunt from Josh Slate. Luke Allen's base hit puts runners at the corners. Lusk had every intention of scoring that tying run, but TJ Lanning got on the ball quickly and made a beautiful throw right to the plate. He certainly would have had the runner trying to score, but Lusk held up in time. Coach Milliken making the call. So now Richard needs to get an out without that run scoring. Zillweger waiting. He'll be at the plate. His RBI single came in the fifth, made it a 1-0 ball game. Stanley, who was on deck, then drove in run number 2 for Toccoa. 3-2 Trinity Baptist leads. Middle infielders playing double play death. Alexo at short, Moose at second. Nobody throwing in the bullpen. This game belongs to Richard. Square around the bunt, a squeeze play, and that's going to get the run home. Richard will flip to first for the out, but Zach Zillweger gets the job done, and he drives home Lusk, and we are tied at 3. Allen advances to second. Terrific job by Zach Zillweger, the cleanup man, laying down the squeeze to tie the ball game. Good call, terrific execution, and it's 3-3. So now that has us looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th. Trinity will have the top of the order, hoping that it's a tie ball game, 3-3. And a fly ball into the gap. That's going to be down. Allen will score. Here's Stanley around second on his way to third, and he is in there with a triple. Toccoa has taken the lead, and it's a 4-3 ball game. Nathan Stanley takes the first pitch deep into the gap. It goes up against the wall, and Toccoa is back on top, 4-3. Coach Copeland out to the mound. That's going to be all for Dan Richard. Jace Fouché will take over for Richard here in the top of the 7th. He has one out to get. Give his team an opportunity to come back in the bottom half. The biggest play of the inning was that squeeze bunt by Zach Zillweger. That tied up the ball game. Then Nathan Stanley just put his team ahead with an RBI triple. 2 runs are in. Lusk and Allen have both crossed the plate. And Fouché trying to get out of this inning and give his team a chance in the bottom of the 7th. Trinity won game 1, 7-1. Tocca fighting back here in game 2. They scored twice in the 5th to take a 2-0 lead. Trinity got one in the bottom half of the 5th to cut it to 2-1, then took the lead on Pedraza's 2-run single in the 6th. And separate RBIs from Zellweger and Stanley have put the Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles back on top. It's 4-3, 2 outs in the top of the 7th, a runner at third, and Jesse Thomas coming to the plate. He is 1 out of 3. Bellino will lead things off for Trinity when they come up in the bottom of the 7th, top of the order. Jace Fouché from the windup with a runner at third. A breaking ball is hit high into right center field. Pedraza is there to make the play, so Fouché throws one pitch and gets out of it. However, Toccoa Falls, 2 runs, 3 hits, and a successful squeeze play. They scored twice, and they lead 4-3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, Trinity needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. Excellent call by Coach Jeff Milliken in the top of the 7th, led to the first run. That squeeze bunt by the cleanup man, Zellweger. RBI triple from Stanley put Toccoa back on top, and Justin Skinner is still on the mound. He has gone the distance. 6 innings. 10 hits for Trinity Baptist. They got them in bunches in the last couple of innings. Skinner now on line for the win, and here's the first pitch to Jacob Bellina. It's a good curveball for a strike. Bellina, Shiver, Lanning, the 3 men due up. Anyone gets on, Rivera and Ruth to follow. Strike 2, a good fastball. Bellina in a hole, 0-2. He drove in a run with a sac fly his last time up. High fly ball, well hit into center field, but Lusk drifts over and he's there to make the play, 1 away. John Shiver at the dish. 2 for 3 here in game number 2. An exciting afternoon of baseball here at Trinity Ball Yard, and Shiver with a base hit puts the tying run aboard. TJ Lanning stepping up now with Shiver aboard and very good speed on the bases. Lanning has hit the ball hard a few times, no hits to show for it. He did draw a walk earlier in the ball game. And the pitch. Ground ball, could be 2, and it's bobbled. Throw to first, not in time, and it gets away, but Shiver will not advance. Big break for the Eagles. Error on the second baseman, Jesse Thomas, and it brings up Jeremy Rivera. Tying run at second and John Shiver. That was a possible double play, game-ending ground ball. But Trinity now with an opportunity. And let's see if Rivera can take advantage. He singled and scored, or rather his pinch runner scored, and he re-entered. This first pitch, good curveball for a strike. Kristen Draper ran for Rivera in the 6th. Rivera re-entered. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, this could be two. Stanley to Thomas to first, and that's the ball game. 6-4-3 double play, and we've had a split here in this doubleheader between South Region rival Trinity Baptist College and Toccoa Falls College. Each team wins a game. Trinity took game 1 7-1 on a complete game from Michael Kohick. Toccoa comes back with 2 in the 7th to win it. Justin Skinner goes the distance. He's the winner. 7 innings pitched, 3 runs. And Dan Richard takes a loss for the Eagles. We'll be back Monday afternoon as these two teams take the field once again. That game at 4 p.m. And we'll have it live streamed through tbceagles.com. For Dean Bureau on camera, Paige Hood, statistician, Alexa Goodwin, official scorekeeper, Tatch Bollier, the game day coordinator. I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from Trinity Baptist College.